We're also taking in your questions and your feedback concerning our current topic, which is identifying narcissistic language in your relationships. Now, I'm here with Benjamin Zulu, and he's just been shedding some light on what, a narcissistic personality looks like. And I have to say, it's quite scary. Because for all intents and purposes, they look pretty, just like regular
In fact,
folk.
Another identifier is if they have violent language. Nitakuchapa, naweza kuua, jaribu kuniacha. Any violent, even if they never do it. That the fact that they can think it and say it should alarm you. And a person who tells you that if you leave me, something will happen. Like I'll kill you or something. You cannot live without me or something. Even if they say it casually, the fact that a normal person would never say such a thing. And another thing is to see the opinions they have about those people who situations. If you hear a situation and he gives an opinion that is off. And remember, we said during evaluation, during dating, during interactions, you should watch first, study the person. Don't rush to commit. Wait is better. Avoidance is always better.
Hey, sasa maswali nazo zimejaa. So let's try and get through them as quickly as we can. Someone here says, hey Joyce, my name is Jane from Nakuru. I recently ended my relationship. Whenever my boyfriend and I had arguments, the only solution for him was we break up. Whenever I asked him for his photo, he was always angry. Whenever I didn't text him or call him, he would get mad at me. I became drained and tired of his childish behavior, so I decided to break up with him for my own peace of mind.
Thank you.
Sounds like she made a good choice there.
We need to announce that. If ever a person asks for you to take a break in a relationship, can we take a break? Just I'm still yet to find one relationship that where people used to take a break and now they're happy. The very fact you need to take a break says that you're forcing this thing.
Yeah.
You're forcing it.
Because even when you think of your vows, it's for better, for worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because commitment means we are going to work out issues. We're not going to abandon each other.
So even when they come back together, they still have problems.
If a problem comes up, they'll still go away again.
Okay.
That's why I said, check how this person behaves. Is the kind of person who checks out. No, these are or.
By the way, those are the people who divorces are a very easy option.
Thank you.
Yeah.
In fact, exit is their way of solving problems.
Right.
And these people go silent on you for 3 days. I need some days to think. And then they leave you emotionally abandoned. You are hurting, tormented. No, I don't want to talk now. You come tomorrow. I told you not to text me. And you're in a relationship? That's not a relationship. Okay. That's really a situationship. And we say if you waste time with situationships and your emotions and your energy. And remember, ladies, your time is more sensitive. There are also guys I've found who are so merciful. They just want to be there. They want to... Remember, it's okay to be kind and nice. But remember, relationships are not charity.
Okay.
You don't have to donate love.
Mmoja hapa anasema, I think I had a narcissistic partner. He had all of those traits, they say. He would even cry when asking for forgiveness. And in less than a week, he's the same again. I totally lost myself in that relationship. He really lowered my self-esteem. And I've had a difficult time working on me. But soon I'll get back. Otherwise, nilikanyaga kubwa kubwa.
I like that. Finally, she found, and I would encourage that when you're recovering from narcissistic abuse, you need help. Sometimes time alone is not enough. There's so much damage that was done to your self-esteem that it needs to be repaired. You can actually give up on love. You can give up on life. You can give up on men or women. You can give up. Yeah, so this person, sometimes I would request that she finds help.
Okay. All right. Mwingine hapa anasema, good morning, Joyce. Watching the show from Limuru. Hey, narcissists are selfish and toxic people. Alafu, please share the contacts of the lady you hosted some time back who's a skincare specialist. Ooh, I don't know how I'll be able to do that at this point, Grace, but thank you for your feedback. Mwingine hapa anasema, the most scary part is the victim slowly starts changing you. My husband, I guess it's the person, not the victim, but the abuser slowly starts changing you. My husband would tell me these words over and over again, and he damaged my self-esteem. So clearly, this self-esteem is a critical chain.
Remember, your belief in yourself is everything.
Yeah.
Your self-respect is the only defense against abuse. You need to know what you deserve. But you see, Joy, some of these children grew up in homes that were also abusive. So they were oriented to accommodate abuse. If you have a problem recognizing abuse, people asking you why are you putting up this? But you can't see it a problem. Probably there's a problem with you.
Okay. Someone else says, hello, Joyce, are all narcissists male? why do they form the majority? Why aren't female narcissists more often than males?
All right, it's because I'm happy the person recognizes that we have female narcissists. And Joyce, you need to talk about daughters of narcissistic mothers. That's a silent topic that people don't talk about, but it's very damaging. A mother who took the daughter as a threat and who took her as an extension of herself, and who never allowed her to have her own space, who dictated every detail of her life and separated her from her dad. And a mother can pick one child to torture, and the others are okay. Just one child, you know. I have heard those cases, and those daughters, those girls, and even sons, those mothers also begin to have an emotional incest with the son. Treating the son like the husband, the way she wanted to control the husband, she begins to control the son that way. So there are women who are narcissistic. They can be a mother, they can be a wife, they can be. So they are there. The reason men are more is because society allows the man to be leading, to be the one to be initiating, to be the one to leading the family, in charge of the family. So that position of authority facilitates more narcissistic abuse.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Someone here is asking, what happens when two narcissists get married to each other?
They can't marry. They cannot marry.
Because they
yes.
thrive on
They'll
leeching on
clash
someone.
from the word go. Narcissists marry empaths. These people have a compulsive need to comply. And they even ask for everything. They ask for an opinion in everything. So narcissist finds them easy to control. Which shoe do you want me to wear today? Which hair do you want me to wear today? What do I cook today? Do you think I should go to the market? Do you think this girl is good as my friend? Can I buy this car? Can I go out now? That habit of asking for every permission in everything invites the narcissist. This one is controllable.
Okay.
A person who's healthy says, hey, what's up? Are you telling me about the shoe?
So are there red flags then when you're dating?
They are there. They are red flags. And one red flag is, we said, Joyce, before you inspect how the other person is behaving, check yourself whether you are healthy. Against what? Shall you check yourself? Look at your childhood growing up. If you know your parents were controlling, you are likely to accommodate control. If you know mistakes are not allowed, that you are overpunished for trying anything, you are likely to be afraid of initiating anything. And you're likely to invite too much permission until you are switched off as a person. So whatever, if you are to become something else to survive your childhood, you need to be taught how to become who you are, because the person you became in order to survive and who you really are two different people. The other sign is that other person, once you realize they are crossing your personal boundaries, they want to check, why did I call you and you did not pick? A person who calls you 16 times in 1 hour is sick. As if you're carrying their kidneys. If you don't pick, they'll collapse. You need to check a person who's healthy, who can call and know you see the missed call and return.
Yeah.
A person who sends you 27 messages following each other obsessively. Stop accommodating that.
Yeah.
And a person who is over jealous. Jealousy is normal in a relationship. If you are mine and I'm yours, I want you to be mine. But insecurity is a different thing.
Okay.
If you sense a person is over jealous, insecure, that's another sign.
Okay.
Another sign is a person who looks like they're too put together. The person will tell you a very polished story, too polished to be real. The guys who sell leather, they put a label. I saw one, they write the imperfections on this garment are proof of its authenticity. That's just genuine leather is not smooth. If a shoe is too smooth, usually no, this is not genuine leather. If a person is too smooth, they are not genuine. You need a person who admits. They tell you, I had a relationship, it didn't work, but that lady was like this guy was doing and he was the devil, I was the angel. No. What did you contribute in the confusion?
Yeah.
You can at least admit, I think I had misjudged him. I think I was naive.
Okay.
It was me who cooperated in all this. Okay, I learned my lessons.
Date with your eyes open, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't
Follow
just...
your heart, but carry your brain with you.
I like that. Okay, so two narcissists cannot get married to each other, basically, it sounds like, because the narcissist needs someone to leech on and to torment.
Narcissistic supply. Thank you. Narcissistic supply.
Someone here says, good morning, Joyce. How can you stay away from a narcissist emotionally, mentally, because you can't stay away from them physically since they are part of the nuclear family? Okay, so this is someone discussing now, or realizing, let's say, huyu jamaa ama huyu mwanadada is a narcissist, but you're together, your husband and wife, I don't know, how do you then deal with that?
I think the person has talked about extended family, and it has given me something I want to talk about.
They've said nuclear family.
Oh, nuclear. Okay. You know, I thought it could be father or mother or brother or sister. That is
which would still be a nuclear family,
yes,
for them, yeah. Okay.
That's an angle.
If they're not married, yeah.
You need to realize, if you have a relative, a blood relative who is a narcissist and they want to leech on you and control and determine, Individuation and self-respect is your only solution. When you are a child, you have little options. You have to you try to avoid being killed, avoid being beaten up every day. So when you're a child, you have to survive. But the moment you become an adult, Joyce, you have now a responsibility to block that person from your life, to depart from them, claim your freedom from them as soon as you can. Whether it's your father, you need to claim your freedom from them as soon as you can. So it's about freedom. It's about blocking them from your life. If it's lying or anything like that, you respect them as parent or as sister or brother, but you should not. You should get out under their authority as soon as you can.
Where? Okay, a lot of people are opening up here, Benjamin, as we're talking about this. Someone says, "Hey Joyce," and I'm just gonna let me read 3 of them. "Hey Joyce, I'm loving the show," and you say, "I'm currently dating a narcissist and I'm unable to leave." They say, kindly, and they're dating, unable to leave. Okay, keywords there. Kindly ask Benjamin to advise me on how to
Stop
leave.
waiting for permission to leave. Stop negotiating with the Pharaoh. Decide and leave. Remember, you're the one to lose more. You're the victim here. Don't negotiate. Decide and block. Sometimes you need to move away to another place. You need to vanish from their radar. Stop asking them to cooperate so that you can leave. That's unreasonable.
Okay. Someone else says, imagine staying with a narcissist for almost 4 years, Joyce, and then when I had totally made up my mind to leave, he threatened to kill me. One minute he says, "I love you, I can't live without you, life is meaningless." The other minute he says, "I regret meeting you, you mean nothing." Why are these people? Anasema mapenzi tuone kwa soaps kwanza. That's Ivy watching from Chuka. Another says, "Joyce, thank you for having that discussion. My boss is a straight up narcissist and very mean too. She makes you feel like as if you're the dumbest person on this earth. How can I deal with her?" And this is true because I guess there's a narcissistic relationship isn't just in romantic relationships.
They are there in workplaces. Now that you have realized that, what you can do is organize to get from under them. There are many ways. Move to a different department in that company, try to look for transfer, or try to move to another job. If worst comes to us, save up and leave, go look for something else to do, because they're damaging your confidence. Yeah.
Let me just read a couple of them at a time now. Hey Joyce, my husband does not talk to anyone, has no friends, always wants me to be alone, and abuses me, and he doesn't apologize to anyone. Another here says, "My name is Purity from Meru. I grew up with a lot of rejection. In fact, my life was full of emotional drama, but I use all my situations to understand others. But sometimes I really have low self-esteem. How do I handle this?" Mwingine anasema, "Joyce, I've just realized that my hubby is a narcissist from all the definitions. After cheating and pretending to be good after, I find out he just goes back." Mwingine anasema, "Joyce, I'm watching and my heart breaks when I know a friend going through an abusive marriage and I can't help. The guy has blocked her social media accounts and deleted them on her phone. She's even discouraged from watching TV programs. Ati, they don't have morals. How do I help? She wants to quit, but I don't know how. And they have a 6-year-old son. I can't call her until the husband is away." What?
Contact me. The helper should contact me. Thank you for remaining in that girl's life, because you might be the only lifeline. If that girl who's being abused has money, it's easier to get out. If she has her own job, it's easier to get. Even if she does not have, that's a person who needs rescue. Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. Some more here. "Hey Joyce, the marriage I was in is like the one Zulu is describing. He could tell me that he won't talk with me if I'm not wearing makeup." Akia nani? Seriously?
Unaenda kwa kitanda na makeup. Yeah, that's a narcissist.
"He would leave me to cater for everything in the house. When I was ready to leave, he would call his mother, pastors, and uncles to talk to me.
Can you
I'm the kind of person who cries when angry. He nililia, alikuwa ananiuliza, sasa unajilisha nini? Unajifanyanga sana." Akia nani? Wow.
Can we remove this idea of people bringing the clan and the church? Then you change your mind. Remember, you're not married to the church, you're not married to the clan, you're not married to the parents. It's the person you're married to. And even if they try to slander you and destroy your reputation, remember your confidence and your peace of mind is more important. And remember, breaking away from a narcissist is a fight. Stop expecting an easy way out. Be ready for a fight.
Where, as in, there's so many SMSs. Let me try and read this one. Hey Joyce, I have a terrible story about experience with a narcissist, and I can tell for sure those people will do the unthinkable. He would call me to say some girl is after him, and then hours later he calls me with a phone number which happened to be the lady's. And then he'd tell me to leave him alone in the presence of the lady, and these ladies will insult me, calling me all types of names. One called me a mother of dead kids, and that damaged me, crying that I'm ruining his relationship. Then he calls his mom and tells her that I'm trying to leave him again. So I was stuck in a battle of not opening to anyone to tell my truth. My goodness, there's some crazy people around.
I told you, Joyce, that to the world, the narcissist looks human, but to you, they are an animal. They totally lack feeling. They behave in a way that is diabolical. You look like, they look like you're possessed by demons. Can you imagine a person calling you, tell you a girl is, but you can see he's setting the two women against each other so that he can benefit from the fight.
Mwingine hapa anasema, I'm brother from Machakos. I have a narcissistic husband. He always brings fights and threats in petty issues. And then he'll say, like, I'll kill you and control my... Honestly, those are not jokes. Like, and seriously, if someone is making a threat to your life, like, you need to love yourself first.
Yeah. Love yourself, respect yourself to know what you cannot put up with.
That will never be okay. Even if you've done anything wrong, that will never be okay for anybody to threaten to take your life. People need to also learn how to stand up for themselves, I think.
That's right.
Well, actually, this is a very interesting SMS. Someone actually admits to being a chronic narcissist, they say, with a bad ego. How can I get free of this?
Ah, that's a good one.
I feel like clapping for them because I feel like at least they acknowledge the issue.
The fact that he or she is admitting means that they can be helped. Because by the time a person admits, say, I've been mistreating people, so the solution here is they can be taken through coaching. Can take them through coaching, and it will involve a change of mindset from using force to using love.
Yeah.
From controlling people to understanding them. Actually, you can win more bees with a drop of honey than with a whole gallon of vinegar. That by being sweet and pleasant and understanding, you can win people for a longer time.
Yeah.
A brief story. There are some guys who are trying to force the calf to get away to go back to the shed. Then it was the father and the son. So they are pushing together and the calf is stiff. But then a milk girl saw how they were struggling and asked to help them. So he asked them to leave. And what she did is she put the finger in the calf's mouth. And it started sucking. Imagine it was mommy. And then led the cow calmly to the shed. Narcissists need to know that. It's better to win people than to fight with them.
Yeah.
You win them over a long time. There is no resistance. So this person is coming back who will teach them the human way of winning people.
What a show, what a segment. I mean, what a topic. And thank you to all of you who've actually just shared your experiences here. It takes a lot of courage also to do that and admit, when your self-esteem has been battered and bruised. So please do reach out for help. And for these ones who are also saying that, they acknowledge that they are not doing things that are okay, please also do reach out for help. But especially, I really want to emphasize this. A relationship is defined through love, okay? And the definition of love is, for me, is 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Love is not selfish, okay? It is kind, it is loving. Love does not abuse. And so if you're in that sort of relationship, I need you also to be able to wake up and stand up for yourself and say, I deserve better, okay? I think that's the first place for us to begin. But with that said, Benjamin, you can share your contacts as we close.
Facebook page, Benjamin Zulu KE, Benjamin Zulu KE, Gmail, Benjamin Zulu KE at Gmail, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Benjamin Zulu KE.
All right. Where my head is still like focused on some of those SMSs I've been reading. Watch I try and, collect myself. But coming up next, we're going to be jumping into our fitness segment with Dennis. And we want to see how he's been doing over the last week or so since we last saw him. And he'll be working out here in studio as well. Stay tuned. This is Full Circle with Joyce.